The minute I stop trying to fight the dizziness and let my head rest against something, I'm in love with my life again. Inside this breath, the only judgment or hatred comes from outside, from screens, the occasional phone call, the once or twice a week visitors. Just tonight, as I've already mentioned in 2 poems, because such subjects are not discussed enough in art, I have lost control of my bowels several times, resulting in spontaneous showers and laundry. Tonight will be spent in a puddle of towels and blankets, lest there be more problems. But even here, I can make myself warm enough to type word after word. As nearly 50 years of making some form of art every day proves, the process of doing something can be even more important than the end results. How we find our flow, those moments when everything aligns so that we can lose ego and thought and exist clearly within the realm of focus and delight, can be harnessed for real change. At least after a few decades. I've created when I could not create. I wrote about the immediate moment, and that only encouraged the poet in me by combining my sense of humor with these endless moments of amusing indignities that face me every day. And they remind me that I am very lucky to not be worse than I am. I refuse to lie to myself anymore, though. Where I am is not subject to envy. And yet, here, tucked in bed inside my home, I am wrapped up in loving. How I adore this sweetness inside silence and stillness. It took decades for me to learn how to transform moments like this into something that I could at first bear, and now I give thanks for. Although this flow of art has been assisted by a huge amount of support work, therapy, behavioral tricks to game my distractible brain, and what seems to be an innate joy that will burst out at the weakest hint of an invitation. An intimate told me once that I feel joy like a child, and I was so flattered, despite his drones of weary disgust. Many people I know, and an alarming amount of people I have lived with from infancy on, have been joy pissers. At the first sight of ebullience, they would pull down their metaphorical pants and pee all over it. I'm sure you've known those kind of people. Anyway, anyone who follows anyone else on social media will have seen that phenomenon. Someone expresses pride or joy or tells a story about their life from a point of view different than someone else's, and it degrades into viciousness. Every time I think seriously about disseminating my work, I have a reflexive kickback of fuck no, because I treasure these moments so much. I know I'm gonna be foreclosed on. The cost of trying to eat today was so high, and I have all but guaranteed I will be even more destroyed tomorrow. My bank account dwindles, as I knew it would, but that doesn't make the situation better. These words, the paintings that I can create, all while in bed in my broody nest of towels and easily washed blankets, using equipment that I hope will last me years and years and years, because at this point I am unable to even imagine what the future is beyond wanting what I have right now. The silent stillness and flow and strength that can gather itself into this love letter. I am at peace here in this house. I am losing and form so wounded, trapped inside gold and amber of this most loving goodbye. When my eyes or hands hurt too badly to work, joy is maintained by the music pouring forth and the way stories and essays are building a structure in my mind's eye. There are still things to fall in love with around sensation and this unsettled, aimless longing. No one else defines who I am in this moment, and there is no one to pee on the delight I feel and try to turn it to shame. It's a small piece called The Blessings of Living Alone. And my cat Martin